Let us talk about one of the most important fundamentals of data analysis in Power BI, and that is to have a separate calendar table. What does that mean? Let me explain you. Here you can see I have a table that is TBL-GL. In this table, I have the transactions data for sales, purchases, and expenses. If I can show you that table, you can see we have the amount for each transaction, but we also have the date for each transaction. So we can use this column to analyze the expenses over different days, months, and years. But in Power BI, when you are working with any visual or any table or matrix, it is recommended that we do not use the date from the transactions table, from the data table. Rather, we create a separate calendar table which stores all the unique dates. And if I can show that to you, you can see here I have a calendar table which have the dates and some additional information about the date, for example, year, quarter, and month. The reason we need to have this separate calendar table is, well, there are many reasons, but the most obvious one that I can talk about is in your transactions table data, there can be days or even months where there are no transactions, there is no data. And if we use the date from the GL table, this is going to give us improper reports. So what we do instead, we create a calendar table like this. Now definitely you can create a calendar table in your database or Excel and bring it here into Power BI. But what is recommended is that create a calendar table within Power BI itself, and for that Power BI offers some amazing features. So first of all, let us click here on the new table, and in that new table, let us name it our calendar. To create the calendar table, all I need to do is to type a calendar auto function, and in that calendar auto function I need to do nothing, I just need to close the brackets. You can definitely give a starting and ending date, I mean you can hard code the date, but what is recommended is let us apply the formula as it is, and Power BI will itself find the minimum and maximum date in your data, and it will create the calendar table accordingly. So you can see what I'm doing here, calendar table equals calendar auto, and press enter, and you can see system has created a table for you. All you got to do is to make sure that you are choosing the right date format, and now you can see your table is ready. And this table consists of dates starting from where your data is starting and ending where your data is ending. Each date is represented here only once, so there is no duplication. And after that, definitely once this table is created, we need to link this new table with our data table, and for that we will be doing the modeling. All we need to do is to connect date with date by dragging it here. And after that, now when we go back to our dashboard and start using this date from this newly created calendar table, as I drag down the date here from here to the columns, you can see system had not just given you the date, it has also created the complete hierarchy for you. From the date, system, the Power BI already knows your year, your quarter, month, and day. So this will let you not only just analyze your data based on the years, but also on quarters, months, and days. So if I just use a separate visual for you, for example matrix, and I use the same date here, you can see system has automatically created the same hierarchy for you. So this one date will actually help you analyze your data at all these different levels, and I mean by that by year, quarter, and month. But there can be the situation where you need to analyze your data in even different ways. I'm talking about the time series. So for example, you may want to analyze your sales over each day of the week. So for the 7 days of the week, you may like to analyze it this way, that you need to compare day 6 with day 6, I mean Saturday with Saturday, Sunday with Sunday, and you may also like to compare all weekends versus weekend. So I'm using this as an example to extend this calendar table for you. So for this I will add a new column, and let us call it as day of the week, and let us use the weekday function for that. So weekday, and all we need to do is to refer the right date column which is in calendar table, close the bracket and press enter, and you can see that system has given you the day of the week, that is 2 3 4 5 6 7. Then it is starting at 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Now the thing here is this default day of the week works in a way that it starts from Sunday. For them, Sunday is the first day of the week. But in our case, let us say we want to start our day from Monday. So Monday should be the day 1. So I will be fixing this formula accordingly. But first I need to see that in 2018 on this particular day, what was my day, so that I can also check my answers. And here you can actually see that on the 1st of January 2018 it was Monday on the 1st. So here for the first I need to see 1 here. So for that all I need to do is to go back to this formula, apply comma and press 2 and press enter, and now system will change the days in a way that 1 2 3, the Monday is the first day, and then onwards second 3, and you can see from here it is again going back to 1. So now using this column in your reports, you can find the expenses or sales for each day of the week. Now let us say we want to analyze our data in a way that we should be able to compare weekend versus weekend and weekdays versus weekdays. Or you can say we should be able to compare weekend versus weekdays all together. Rather than going to 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 days, we should be able to make 2 broader categories. For that I will create a new column here, and in that column I would first of all name it as day type, and let us start an if statement. In that statement I would say day of the week is equal to 6, or now to write or index we give the 2 straight slashes, and then we continue with our statement. Day of the week is equal to 7, and now press the comma so that we can continue with our result if true and result if false. So if the result is true, we will say that call it weekend, close the inverted commas, press comma again, and otherwise call it weekday. And now close the bracket and press enter, and you will have a new column here, and you can say for day 6 and day 7 this is giving it weekend, and for all other days it is giving weekday. And now if I go back to my report view here, and let us say we want to analyze our sales, our data in weekdays versus weekends. So all I need to do is to remove this year from here, and now in our calendar table I will bring in day type here into the rows. So we have weekday and weekend, and from the GL we will bring in the amount column, and you can see we have split our data into 2 categories, that is weekday versus weekend. So one calendar table basically becomes the foundation for complete data analysis over time, which is also called time intelligence. So I hope you have found this video very useful.